So we had a rough morning, a really rough morning. Nothing went right. We are in yet another move, and every time you move, it takes a while to get readjusted. It takes a while to get a new routine, a new schedule, just a new normal. And moving here, it's a lot worse because it's like we're in a foreign country even though we're not. So we're just having a tough time figuring all that out. And this morning, as nothing was going right, not a single thing. And then on top of everything going wrong, I had two tiny minions demanding everything, anything. I wanted to lose it. I was just super frustrated. So I sat down after I gave the minions what they needed, and I journaled and I journaled and I journaled my heart out. And I just thought about, this is the same thing that I went through last year. We moved same time last year, but life is so much different. When we moved last year, I felt so lonely, so tired, and so overweight. I didn't know what to do. I knew that that wasn't the way that it was supposed to be. I knew that there had to be a different way, but then at the same time, I was just thought maybe that's the way it was. Maybe moms were just fat, lonely, and tired all the time. I felt like everywhere I turned that was the norm, that it was funny to overeat, and that the people I was around, we would kind of make jokes and make it okay to eat unhealthy and to pat each other on the back and say it's okay, and say buzzwords like, oh, well, I eat clean every other day, or I'm going to the gym tomorrow. There are all these buzzwords about eating clean and being healthy, but there was no accountability and there was no follow through, and I was lonely. I was so lonely. And I was really confused. Why were we cheering each other on for all these unhealthy habits? Yet I remember if one of us would try and be healthy, that there would be those sideways glances and there would be those second looks. There was no cheering each other on. There was none of that. So I remember last year when I knew something had to change. So when I decided to make a change, I found that one person that wasn't going to let me slide anymore. My coach, I remember her asking me, I'd meet with her on a Monday morning and she would say, did you work out over the weekend? And I would say, no, because I didn't work out on the weekend. The plan said to work out on the weekend. I didn't like to work out on the weekend. She would call me out, did you eat your fruit? Because she knew I didn't like to eat my fruit. And it was rough being called out like that, but it's because she knew that I was capable of more, and she wasn't going to let me settle for anything less than my best. And after I found her, I realized that there was a whole group of people out there like her, and that it didn't have to be that way. I didn't have to be tired or lonely or fat. It just didn't have to be that way. I didn't realize that for so long, that being unhealthy, I was shortchanging myself and not giving myself everything that I deserved. And now I have this whole community that doesn't let me fall and doesn't let me give in any of my excuses, whether it be a bad day or a bad workout or an injury. It doesn't matter. I have this whole community and it's amazing. It's so amazing. But you've got to step outside of that comfort zone. I had to step outside of the comfort zone into a new comfort zone. And now, there's no way I'm going back. I still have bad days. This morning, it stunk. It still kind of stinks. Nothing's really going right. But I've got my amazing family that's going to cheer me on, that tells me to get back up and figure out a different way to do it, because we're going to get it done. So if you're stuck in that rut where you think, this can't be it. I can't be this tired, this exhausted, this overwhelmed, this fat and lonely. I've been there, and it stinks. But it's not the way it has to be. Come talk to me. Let's change it. I'll hold you accountable. I'm not going to let you settle for anything but your best because you deserve it.